Stampers, I have another video tutorial for you. This one is for a large party bag made out of the It's My Party DSP, the paper stack that we had in our occasions catalog. And what you want to do is you want to choose a piece that you like, obviously, and what you want to do is the pattern you want to see is the pattern that you want face up. It's a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So on one side you're going to score at 2 inches, at 5 3/4, at 7 3/4, and at 11 1/2. 2, 5 3/4, 7 3/4, and 11 1/2. You're going to turn and you're going to score at 2 and you're going to score at 10. This is another party bag that I found on the Poodles website. Loved it, and it went along with a birthday card that we did, the flap card that we did in another video tutorial, the fancy flap card. We made it all using the Party Wishes stamp set and the DSP that goes with it. So I thought it was a great combo, a great birthday gift, a bag and a card. Something nice and pretty that you can wrap a lovely gift in. So we've got our paper all scored. You're going to fold and score, fold all the score lines, sorry, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I got a hole in this one. That's okay, because this is just a sample. You certainly don't have to press hard when you're using the DSP and the Simply Scored. And you'll see why, because I got a lovely little tear. Piece of invisible tape will take care of that. But this is just a sample for me, so we're all good. Okay, so once we've got that done, you want your small strip on the right hand side. Okay, that's this piece right here, this little tiny strip right here. So you want that on the right side. Fold the bottom half, and we're going to cut all the slits for the bottom of the bag. And you can do the little wedges out of these if you want to. I'm not doing them right now, but you can do that if you have a little bit more time. I'm going to take out this little rectangle here. So there are the flaps on the bottom of the bag. We've cut out that little rectangle right here. So now we're going to go to the top and we're going to cut out the rectangle there as well. And what you can do when you cut this rectangle is you can cut on a little bit of an edge, right? Just like that. So that you actually don't see any corners when you go to adhere the bag together. So there's our piece. We cut off the rectangles on the bottom and we made a little slant in towards the center. This is going to be the flap that closes our bag. Okay, so I want the black on the inside of the bag. So I'm going to make sure all my flaps are done the other way. My OCD is bugging me, and that little rip is getting the better of me. So I'm going to take a piece of tape, put that on the inside. There we go, that's perfect. So that nothing will come through. I don't want it on the outside though. There we go. Okay. Oh, I might need it on the outside. Like I said, this is a sample for me, so it's no big deal. If this happens to you, you might want to use another piece of paper. So I want the black on the inside, so I've folded all my score lines accordingly. And what's going to happen with this is we've cut our flaps in the bottom. We've got our side, but this is going to be our top flap, and that's going to be down. You're going to see that bit of a pattern. So what I want to do, put a little bit of snail, and I'm going to fold down that pattern. And then I'm going to go through again and burnish those score lines with your fingers, with your bone folder, just to make sure that they fold up. Okay, so you've got that piece snailed down so that's not going anywhere. And now what I'm going to do is we're going to put our box together. So we're going to put some adhesive on the small little strip. You can go with fast fuse or some tear-in tape if you like. I'm just going to use some snail for the video. I'm going to make sure this lines up before I put it down. And then I'm just going to use my bone folder. There we go. Straighten it all out. Oh, those lines are really close, aren't they? So you've got your box, your bag, I should say. We've got our flaps on our bottom. So this is the edge. Now there is a little bit of a lip there. And I could always go through with my paper snips and just follow that edge along. There we go, and just snip off a little bit there. It's up to you. If it doesn't bother you, don't bother doing it. Or yours might not end up that way. It's just depends on how it folds. That's where the crease is for the back, where the seam is, where we put everything together. So I'm going to put our sides down first, back flap, and then the front flap. So the back flap is the one where the seam is. All kinds of snail on this. And then I'm going to close it up. I'm just going to put my hand in there, my knuckles down to the bottom, just so that I can flatten that out. And we end up with a really super cool party bag. You could leave it like this and put some holes in the sides and make some handles, which is what I might do with this guy here. I'm just going to fold this in. Take my Crop-It-Out. I don't want it to go in the corners. I just want it right here. There. So what we can do with this, there's some handles. Actually, that's not going to work. I don't think I have any other ribbon handy. Oh, bummer. So you can put your holes here, and what you can do is you can put a ribbon from this hole to this hole so that you have two handles in it, okay? And then what you could do is you could leave it plain if you wanted to, and you could just put a belly band around it, or you could close it up. So what I've done with these guys, here are some of my finished bags. You could close it up if you want to with some of the baker's twine. And what I did with the Party Wishes stamp set and some of the DSP is just put a little happy birthday greeting on the front of it. So you could close it up with some twine once you put your present in. You could close it up and make a belly band. So you could take one of the DSP pieces and you could just fold that around, make a little belly band to hold it closed, maybe put some more balloons up here if you wanted to, or like I said, you could put the holes in here and put two little handles on so you could carry the bag. Either way, or you can just leave it open. Put some tissue so that it covers the top, and you could just have it just like that. So there are some of the large party bags made using one sheet of 12 by 12 DSP. I hope you liked the tutorial. Enjoy, go forth and create, and happy stampin'.